Previously on Nikkey delves into Africa. Episode 8 was Cape Verde, and Cape Verde was really fun. I actually found out that a lot of Africans did not know that Cape Verde was included in the African countries. I think that's probably because it's not, within the actual Africa cut out territory. But make no mistake, it is an African country. Well, you know the drill. We check the flag, we check food, we check history. But one place that actually drew my attention the most was the Burakona, or the Blue Eye. If you want more information about that, top right corner, she's there for you. Please go watch it before you continue here. But without further ado, let's move on. For episode 9, we are actually going to a country with a peculiar history. We are going to Liberia, aka Little America. Well, let's get to it. Let's go. This is fried eggplant or bitter balls, and it is made out of eggplants or bitter balls, aka garden egg, if you know that has been broken down and heavily seasoned to create a flavorful, rich, thick sauce that goes with a lot of stuff. Let's make it as I tell you the history of Liberia. Liberia is a country located in West Africa, and its borders include Sierra Leone, Guinea, Ivory Coast, and the Atlantic Ocean. Its capital is Monrovia. Its official language is English, though they speak heavily Liberian colloquial. It is the most widely spoken second language, and it's the major means of communication in Liberia. They also have over 20 indigenous languages, for example, Maninka, Soninke, and Kru languages. Their denonym is Liberian. Their total population is 5.21 million as at 2021, and their currency is the Liberian dollar. €1 is equivalent to 181.36 Liberian dollars. There are 15 counties in Liberia that are further divided into districts and clans. Liberia is actually the only black state in Africa, by state we mean just territory in Africa, that has never been subject to colonial rule, which is going to lead to the explanation of the flag. The flag, if you noticed, you must have noticed, it has the exact same colors as the US flag, and almost the exact same design, with stripes alternating between red and white and the blue square at the top left. In fact, the main difference is that the Liberian flag has 11 stripes instead of 13 and 1 star instead of 50. Now you could just be wondering that why on earth does a country in Africa have a flag that is very, very similar to that of the US? Well, let me tell you, that is because Liberia was founded, established, and controlled by people of color that were once slaves. They were formerly enslaved but now freed. People of color from the US and the Caribbean. So they were actually never under a maybe British or Portuguese or that sort of colonial rule. They were formed by black people who were once enslaved. Now that is sort of the reason why it's called Little America, because it was founded by the American people. Alright, now I'll tell you the meaning of the flag colors. The 11 stripes that I told you before it signifies the signatories of the Liberian Declaration of Independence. The red and white colors signify courage and moral excellence. The white star signifies the first independent Republic of Africa, that it's being the first independent Republic of Africa. And the blue square signifies the African continent. It was actually designed and hand-stitched first by a committee of 7 women. Who would have guessed? Namely, Susanna Elizabeth Lewis, Matildes Newport, Rachel Johnson, Mary Hunter, J. Bill Russwurm, Colonette Thierry Ellis, Sarah Draper, and it was adopted on the 24th of August, 1847. Religion-wise, 86.2% of them are Christians, 11.7% of them are Muslims, 1.4% of them have no religion, and 0.7% of them have other religions. Liberia actually elected the first female president in Africa. Did you know that? Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and her tenure lasted from 2006 till 2018. It is actually the only African country and one of the only 3 countries in the world that don't use the metric system of measurement. The other countries are USA and Myanmar. Instead, they use the imperial system, and just to mention, the metric system uses units like meter, kilograms, Celsius, liters to measure, while the imperial system uses Fahrenheit, pounds, inches to measure. Now, their food. They eat a lot of African staples: rice, cassava, plantains, okra, bitter ball, just like what I'm making today. If you're Nigerian, you'll know it as garden egg, and the cousin is eggplants, so that's what I'm using today. Other dishes include tobogi, palava sauce, fufu, dumboy, Liberian jollof rice. So you'll notice that many of their dishes are quite similar with other African dishes. Now, one of my favorite parts, some of the places to visit in Liberia. Liberia actually has 2 national parks. First is the most popular one, which is the Sapo National Park. It is located in the Sinoe County and is Liberia's largest rainforest and was actually the first national park to be established in the country. It also contains the second largest area of primary tropical forest in West Africa. It is also within the Upper Guinean forest ecosystem, which is said to have the highest mammal species diversity of any region in the entire world. Number 2, the second national park, the Lofamano or the Gola National Forest. It also has one of the largest remaining intact areas of seasonal, dense, moist, evergreen, and semi-deciduous forest in the whole region. Now, because Liberia borders with the Atlantic Oceans, there will definitely be coastal cities. So cities like Buchanan, like Robertsport, like Harpel have shores and beaches with oceanic views and just very beautiful with palm trees and some interesting rocks and such. Now, Monrovia, which is the capital, is the busiest city and the most populated, having hustle and bustle streets. Everything is, busy and everything. It could be really interesting to watch if you are not among the people rushing to get to work. It also houses the National Museum, which would be interesting to, just see some historical artifacts and such, and the Centennial Pavilion. This hall and its environs features numerous monuments and the gravesite of former President V.S. Tubman, a former Liberian president. It is also where Liberia inaugurates its presidents. So that is very interesting to know. Tell me, if you were to visit Liberia, where would you be visiting first? For now though, my mouth is watering for that fried eggplant. Let's go taste it. Alright, time for a dish test. Bouillon first. That's the sauce. What? It has such a deep rooted umami taste. It's so complex. Like it's literally the emulsification of, it's like the blending of so many flavors that you can't really pinpoint one, but you just know that it works. Probably that was, majorly because of the eggplant and the onion that we cooked down. So all the flavors came out and just blended and just made a crazy tasting sauce. Like it's very slightly sweet, heavily savory. It has the, like, you can taste the eggplant. You can taste the eggplant, but just lightly. But like there's a bounciness. I don't know how to explain it. Let me taste it with you. You guys, like, I don't know. I don't know. Will I keep giving all of these things high marks? So I feel like maybe after this episode, I will literally maybe have like someone come taste these things, because I just can't. Like, it's delicious. It's honestly delicious. What do I give it? 8.5. I give it an 8.5. I don't know how many dishes have an 8.5 now, but honestly, that's the position I'll give it. So yeah, this got an 8.5, which is really good by me. This dish is actually going to be part of my rotation because it's just too good. I love the richness and everything I described earlier on. Well, you have come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think. Please give me feedback so I can improve it to make it more enjoyable for you guys, my viewers. Please help me to share, help me to, view and everything, so that we're able to get this page monetized and I'm able to get income from this. But apart from that, yeah guys, this is all from episode 9. Let me know what you think episode 10 will be. And yeah, bye guys. God bless you.